Such a nice day, huh?
Are we live?
We are just,
Good, we are live, and I'm here with
Perfect.
Joseph because
guys.
we are checking out Austrian Arms. Austria Arms.
There is a lot of guns in there. A lot of guns.
We think it's the biggest gun collection in whole Austria, so it's gonna be impressive. But let's just see what expects us behind the door.
Let's go in there. Hey man.
Hey man.
Hi,
Martin.
So thanks for stopping by. Welcome to Austria Arms.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. We just need to get
wanna see
inside.
guns, right?
So
There we are.
So what's Austria Arms? Can you give us a quick, brief rundown before we explore this amazing showroom? Like,
Alright.
what are you guys doing? actually?
well, Austria Arms is a gun company founded a few years ago by my father, and now my brother and me and my father, or basically the whole family, runs it. And we are specialized in modern weapons, all the cool stuff which you see in the movies, in the games. We basically have.
I can already see it over there.
Yes.
Guys,
Yeah.
get ready. This is
Exactly, yeah.
huge. Yeah.
You also have a big YouTube channel, right?
We also have a YouTube channel, so if you're interested in guns, in fully automatic guns, and all those things which are quite rare to see in real life, then check us out. Yeah, link is or
We will link it.
Yeah.
It's just Google Austrian Arms. Go on YouTube,
Yeah.
Austria Arms. You will find it.
You
It's
cannot
everywhere.
miss it. You cannot miss it.
Now, before we go into detail, let's turn around for one time so you guys can actually see what's gonna come in this live stream. This is gonna be a long live stream. We're talking like 15 minutes, maybe even more, because we have a massive gun collection from, you know, machine guns to sniper rifles to very rare World War II, World War I guns. But now, enough spoiling. Let's get into the details.
Let's
of
get
these
started in this corner,
guns.
and then we will move throughout the whole company or office or
Alright.
the store, really.
So basically, all the guns you see here, they're live firing guns. They're real.
Mhm.
So
No
yeah.
airsoft this time. No
No
airsoft.
This time not. Yeah.
Let's start here. What
Let's
is
start.
this window? Like,
Okay. Well, this window right here shows the beginning of our full automatic gun collection. Those pieces here are from World War II, time-wise even before. Some classics like this M16A1 from Vietnam era.
let's
And-
get a close up on this because
Yeah, this
People
is
want to
something you
see.
don't get to see.
So that's like the first of its kind that were like, this is where the AR-15 origins from.
yeah,
So
right.
very
So that's
classical.
the grandfather of all the AR-15s
Yeah.
nowadays. Yeah.
Wow.
Then the Russian PPS-41 with a drum mag from World War II.
What's this can looking gun here?
That's an FP-45 Liberator, which was produced
Oh.
during the World War II era.
and they were dropping it from the
Yeah,
planes, or they wanted to, right?
The idea behind this gun, why it looks so cheap, and it's actually quite cheap, they wanted to support troops.
So rebellion.
Yeah, kind of
Against,
rebellion,
yeah,
partisan war. And the idea was to drop those pistols, which are very cheap,
Yeah.
over areas where the enemy kind of took
Mm.
over the place, and then they wanted to get those guns to the people so they can
They can
Yeah.
just liberate the country, right? That's why it's
Exactly, that's-
liberate.
that's-
But anyways, it's we cannot stick too long for
Yeah.
one gun. We have to move further. So here I see a competition corner.
yeah
This is all the modern stuff, you know, like for competition, IPSC, right? This CZ.
yeah, CCs, basically everything CC, IPC wise. Then we have 22 long rifle guns right here. And now those guns here, they are quite famous.
Ah, Desert Eagle,
The golden
variant.
Desert Eagle, right? Yeah.
Like,
Classic one.
can we touch it?
So if you reach level 50 in Call of Duty, you get the golden skin for it, right? So
Wow.
all the guns here we are handling, they're unloaded, so safety first, of course. And
Wow.
yeah,
It's heavy. Like, of course it's heavy.
and it's gold. Yeah.
It's a piece of metal, really. Man, I feel special now. Look at that.
Man, that's just.
And we also have the silver one. Can I?
yeah, sure.
Man, the spring on this is so stiff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Even the rail and everything, so we can put a scope on it.
You actually see that sometimes.
Yeah.
You see that sometimes.
Is it? It's 44. Okay.
Wait, is that a logo arms over there?
Right. Yeah.
No way.
You can.
That's
Okay,
the
this is
Logo Arms Alien.
this is the pistol that I'm most excited about ever. Like,
This
think
is
it's so
changing.
interesting.
This is changing the competition world right
Exactly,
now.
yeah.
Because the bore axis is actually the lowest in the pistol market, right?
So let's compare it here with a traditional combat pistol, where we have the bore here up on the slide, and here we have it kind of like where the recoil spring sits.
Exactly.
So what does it do for the shooter? When you are shooting this pistol, since the bore axis is so low, the recoil goes straight into your hand, so the muzzle is not rising that much when you're shooting, which is good for competition. You can be fast. So
Can you rack it? So you can actually see it. It looks crazy when you rack it. It's like what? Like what is happening here?
okay, it's empty. So we have a split slide right here with aggressive serrations, and this top is just fixed. So
the
if you
sides they don't move when you shoot.
yeah,
keeps
exactly.
Fixed to the
up.
barrel.
Right.
Let's test the trigger a little bit.
And there's an
Wow, that's so light.
upside. Yeah.
It's almost like 1911, and there is no hammer. So
There is actually hammer inside. this
inside.
gun.
The hammer
There's an
trigger.
upside down hammer. It goes like.
Yeah, like
Feels
the
like
cruise
that.
vector has the
Yeah.
same principle.
wow.
But yeah, let's move on. Let's see what
We
else
have to go next because this is just the pistols,
Yeah.
right? We need to see more.
If we stop here, this is gonna take an hour.
Let's talk about this for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
The Barrett,
Barrett.
gets 15 seconds of attention because it's
It's a-
special, but it's not that special after all. When you look at all the other
Check
stuff.
out the magazine of the Barrett. It's like a brick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like try finding a mag pouch for this one. Man,
How do
what's-
the soldiers carry the mag pouches? You have to have a backpack or something.
You
Like.
don't need a mag. Yeah, one mag is enough, man. Yeah, I'm wondering.
So yeah, we have the 50 caliber here then.
Yeah.
Below Glocks in any kind, in every version. Even the 19X, the brand new one.
That suppressor looks interesting. Can you tell us about this?
Yeah,
suppressor?
sure. That's Austrian invention. It's called the Fischer development suppressor, and you don't have to use a threaded barrel for mounting it. You just put it on the Picatinny rail.
Wow.
Well, you really have to trust this Picatinny rail that it's properly aligned with.
The
If
Picatinny
that
rail
flexes in any way, you're screwed.
it's fine. The Picatinny rail isn't the issue. The issue is that you have to really make sure that it's locked. Right here,
Yeah.
it's not locked. Actually, you have to kind of make sure it's.
I have to
In
press
place,
it in
yeah.
there.
The benefit of this suppressor is that you don't have to have co-witness sights. They don't have to be taller, and
Yeah.
you can holster this gun with the suppressor mounted because it's very
Wow.
narrow.
On
very
the
flat.
flashlight ready
You
holster,
just
so
have a holster for it, yeah.
wow.
And it looks fancy. Very
It looks
fancy.
fancy, yeah. It looks like it doesn't belong.
Is it
there,
heavy?
like-
Is it front heavy?
It's not.
No, it's a like aluminum, I suppose.
Nice.
Yeah, you don't see it. When you aim it, you just don't see it. Like it's not there.
Man, it feels good. It's
Yeah.
not heavy. Anyways, let's move on because let's go. Where should we go next? Here, this is grabbing a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So, this is probably like 4 times more expensive than my car.
In
Maybe
this
even more.
configuration, it's quite expensive. Yeah, that's the new Steyr SSG M1, which is the new sniper rifle of the Austrian Special Forces and the Austrian snipers in the army. It's chambered in 338 Lapua Magnum, so quite good round for long range shooting.
We have night vision, right?
Yeah, that's
what generation is this?
Hansold NSV 1000. That's even more expensive than the whole gun.
What?
It's Gen 4 night vision. Yeah.
This is more expensive than the rest.
Yeah, this is quite expensive.
I'm not surprised actually.
Yeah.
That-
Then
that's
we have
all.
an infrared laser here on top, and then the whole carbon tripod where you can put the gun in place.
How heavy is this setup? Can I lift it?
If you can.
I wanna try.
It's fine.
I mean, it's not bad.
The bipod is made out
It's
of
not bad
carbon
at all.
fiber. No.
That's
the gun
good.
itself is.
It's insane to see this, considering that the last standard issue gun was the SSG 96, 69, 69.
69.
I mean, look at the step that's like a big leap in how it looks and how it functions.
Yeah. It looks like a modern sniper rifle.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a hunting rifle anymore.
This is heavier.
Yeah.
This is heavier than that whole setup, I would say.
Yeah, that's Italian Victrix Tormento.
I'm just gonna hold it so that people can see it.
Yeah.
It's the Shaytag round, right?
408 Shaytag.
408 Shaytag.
And if you guys probably know the Shaytag M200, this very famous brown.
Yeah,
sniper
we
rifle.
know it.
And that's quite similar because it also has the hammer.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it for a little bit more.
Same caliber.
I mean, seriously, it's heavy.
Mate,
Try.
check out that ball. Check it out.
Wow.
That's really
Why
heavy.
is it the
It's the muzzle brake. The muzzle brake.
Is this the barrel that makes it so heavy?
The barrel, yeah, the
Is
actual.
that an aluminium chassis or what's
The stock is made out of aluminium, yeah, but the receiver and the barrel is of course steel. Yeah.
Wow. Man, look at that.
That massive ball is bigger than a Glock.
Let's check out the light here. Just briefly, like come on, what is this? Why?
It's made out of Nagants, mostly Nagants.
Because they are cheap, or
I would be scared if I would be that light.
so many muzzles pointing at you.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Here we have. What do we have here, man?
Everything from semi-automatic rifles to sniper rifles, even to something bigger up here.
Why is the water barrel so big on this one? Oh, water barrel. It's not airsoft, right? It's a barrel, but why is it so big?
That's an integrally suppressed Arctic warfare in 308.
Can we go closer so people can
Yeah.
see?
It's one of the quietest guns we have in our shop, and it's quite rare.
So the barrel goes to where?
The barrel is
Here?
actually like this
Wow.
from the size, and the suppressor goes over it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So all the Counter-Strike fans out there, that's the real deal.
That's the L96 in real steel version.
The Arctic Warfare.
Yes. Man,
Entirely suppressed, yeah.
How heavy is it?
not too bad.
It's
Not too
front
bad.
heavy. Yeah, well, that's how real guns are, right?
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, put it up
I'm
there.
gonna put it back, or I'm gonna try to.
So we have a nice compact AUG here. There's lots of AUGs in here, you know, we're in Austria, so obviously there's AUGs. But fun enough, when you go to a gun store in Austria, usually there's just AUGs and a few ARs, but when you go in here, it's like, what's this? Why is there so much stuff?
Look here. What?
What is that thing over there? That looks super interesting.
That's an interesting grenade launcher actually, which shoots tear gas.
Yeah?
It was made for riot control, and the real grenades they are up here in the magazine on the
Big
top.
one,
And there you have a magazine from an AK-47, and you shoot blank firing ammunition to get those grenades on the way. Yeah, it's caliber 50 millimeters.
It looks like someone just built it in his garage and kind of like
It
slapped
looks
a bunch of stuff
like
together.
a do-it-yourself gun.
Yeah, exactly.
How many rounds does it take? The
5 rounds.
5? That's decent. For an AK. Okay, let's move that way, I guess.
SVDs.
Oh, more
Man,
stuff.
the wood furniture is just gorgeous on these things. It's beautiful. Nice.
Then AKs.
Do you have some modern furnished AKs? That's
Yeah,
like a
we
rare-
have. We can show it.
Rare thing
to
to
you.
see here in Austria.
Then AR-15s, Chris Vectors.
Let's just move here, and we will kind of like go this way.
Cruise Vectors.
Of course.
I guess they're popular, not just popular in airsoft, but man, this is so lightweight.
Well, unlike the GBBR, huh?
Yeah. Nice. Oh,
So briefly, why is it special for the viewers out there?
The Vector has a special bolt system because usually the bolt moves backwards straight, and the Vector has this vector system where the bolt moves downwards, and that helps you to control the gun better because the recoil
It's going down.
instead of up.
mitigates the recoil.
Cool.
Nice.
More Steyr AUGs here.
Yeah, that's the brand new version of the Steyr AUG for the Austrian police as their new service rifle in a very short and compact version. It's the A3.
I like what they did with the grip, because for me the grip of the AUG was always too far forward, and here they kind of like bring it back so you.
Yeah,
I don't know. It feels.
It gives you more options.
Yeah. When I see this, I feel good about it. Nice.
They have the aim point, red dot, and then they have a surefire flashlight on the side. So it's a nice setup. Yeah.
Moving backwards.
For the ladies, we have pink AR-15.
Wow.
And for the guys, we have this AR-15 Cerakoted.
Yeah, it belongs to my brother.
Looks amazing, man.
It's a German
Look
made-
at this.
Yeah,
we
it's-
even have like a
knife.
like a knight, like a crusader here.
Well, it's a Crusader
Can we
edition.
see it on the big camera? Nice. This is really nice rifle. Like 45-degree.
Red
Oh,
line.
Nice optic.
Chris, pick your next one.
I don't know what to pick seriously. Like
I mean,
when
we
we
can-
walked in here, we expected kind of like a typical Austrian gun store, but this is just so much more than that.
Should we?
It looks more like a gun collection than anything else. It doesn't look like a
It's a mixture. Yeah.
yeah, it's like a mixture of a collection. And
Should I get the 303 real quick?
yes, get through. So we also brought airsoft stuff, just to compare a bit, and we've seen this before. This is made by who makes this?
It's a German company called Norlight,
yeah.
and that's actually a carbine conversion for your Glock. So you take your Glock frame,
Mm-hmm.
you put their receiver on the Glock, and you have a rifle.
And it looks so much like the 303. It also looks like, they took an extrusion profile and they kind of like bolted in the back of it the mount for the buffer tube. And we're now getting the SSX 303 from Joseph. Joseph, it's on the couch on the left.
I couldn't find it.
Okay, I will find it. Joseph, you...
it.
Oh, you have it. Okay, good. So,
I'm gonna go here.
when we made the SSX 303, we haven't seen this before, but when we were about to finish it, it was like, this absolutely looks like the...
Similar.
Yeah, it looks similar.
Not the same, but it is
You have
similar
like
in a
the
way.
two screws in the back, you have the profile, you have, that's... And you know what's inside this gun? Okay, I'm gonna show you something very cool. We have a real Mark 23.
That's the real one. It's a US SOCOM issued.
Yeah, we will have the markings on there.
And that's what is in this
That's
gun?
what's inside this gun essentially.
So if you would mix it
You have to move your
together
hand.
with this,
Yeah, exactly.
it would look quite similar.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Oh, we have a 9mm AK?
Yeah, it's a 9mm AK with Glock magazines.
That's nuts.
So
I
it's
think
not-
I've seen this at IW.
Do you have the VTS here?
BTS.
Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
This is a brand, the 805.
yeah,
Looks
CZ.
more like a scar, but it's not.
It does, yeah.
It's the Czech scar.
Yeah, it's a Czech scar. Yeah.
They could have just bought the scars, I guess.
Well, let's talk about
About
these
this,
setups.
Yeah.
Man, that's just so much money on this table.
I
Okay,
like-
well, let's start. What's up here?
I like this
What's
one
going
a
on?
lot. But yeah, just continue. I'm just gonna admire this one for a moment.
right? Well, we have Mark 12 SPR Mod 0.
Yeah.
This is the Navy version of an M16, which is a sniper setup. It's a very light carbine, and they usually made this for the US Navy
Yeah.
as a marksman
It's
rifle.
light, yeah.
it is.
It's fairly light.
And you are able to hit up targets up to 600 meters with this very light carbine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very simple. Like when you look at handgun, it's just very simple.
It's carbon fiber, yeah.
Yeah, it's very. Oh, that's carbon fiber. That's why it's one of the reasons why it's light. Yeah.
So
Nice.
then we have this rifle as a suppressed setup version here with a suppressor here and a thermal side. So you see basically everything.
Also carbon fiber handgun. So the same thing, just a little
Yeah, it's
more
just
kitted out there.
painted and yeah.
Man, I like the trigger. That's one beautiful
That's
trigger.
a straight trigger, yeah.
If you guys can see this, that's just one gorgeous straight. That's a very straight trigger right there. Good. Moving on, we have.
Then we have the HK 416 as a semi-automatic version. Here in this setup you have it like the US American M27 IAR infantry automatic rifle, and basically they wanted to have a replacement for the M249 SAW light machine gun, and they had or they have HK 416 with a thicker barrel, so it lasts longer for a high rate of fire. And yeah, they actually have it with the same scope. This is an ACOG Trichicon, which is set up for this ballistic, everything, the reticle is really made for this.
Yeah.
Then you have a PAC 15 infrared laser.
Yeah. Can you tell us about the setup of the pack box? Like why is it arranged the way it is right now?
Why they used to place it for? Because this laser, instead of using it as a regular laser on daytime, you can of course. Most people use this in the night with night vision goggles. And this laser isn't not just a laser; it's also an infrared beam. So it's like a flashlight, which is not visible for you regular eye. Yeah.
And with the cable switch on the side, so like when you, it's very accessible. Everything.
Yeah, everything is really accessible. And the reason why they put this for this, when you have it here backwards and you have the infrared beam, you blind yourself with everything which is mounted in front, like other parts and your hand, and that's why they have it for.
Before we move on, I would like to mention two things that are still on this table. This thing, it's a flash
Hider on a
suppressor.
Yeah.
You don't see this on on airsoft guns. Why do we even have it?
That's
real quick. Just
I mean, in the internet you can read about this thing, and they used to call it the nipple. Yeah, and it looks like a nipple. But the reason for this is very, very cool, because when you shoot the suppressor, then the air in front of the suppressor burns, and that gives you a first round flash. And the people, they don't like it because the flash kind of expires the precision and everything. And this kind of makes sure that there is not a flash when you shoot.
And the second thing, 2 sentences about this.
This is a really, really cool gun. It's an FG42 Fallschirmjägergewehr, 42 from the Germans.
German paratroopers use this, right?
Exactly.
In Second World War.
It's one of the rarest gun you can buy nowadays, and that's a semi-automatic civilian version. So.
Okay, let's move.
And one thing we have to mention: the scar. You don't get to see a scar very often, and that's our
With
scar.
an M-lock handgun even.
Yeah,
that's how you...
it's a rail extension with an infrared laser with an Alcon spectroscope. That's the scar.
Okay, let's see what else we got. We have some
World War II
War II guns. Also interesting as well with the M1 Garand here. Some bolt actions.
Yeah, we have luxury guns, engraved ones. I mean, if you want to check out what's really cool about gun tuning, we have pimped up Glocks right here.
Okay.
They are made also by an Austrian company, which is called Barrett's Tactical, and he's a guy who takes usual Glocks and he makes some artwork out of it.
Yeah.
So if a Glock is too standard for you, you go to him and then, you get something different.
Beautiful out of it.
Yeah.
Man, look at this thing. I haven't seen that before. Wow.
If you like decent, you go for this one,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wow. I wouldn't want to shoot this gun even. It's like, what if I get it dirty or scratch it?
Well, then also another part of our full automatic gun collection, the HK stuff, G36, HK416, MP7, then we have MP5s.
I've never seen a real Tavor. That's new to me.
Yeah, it's nice to shoot, it's quite cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Well then,
we have another...
We have a BMG 50 here.
Yeah. And also we have another...
chandelier made
light...
out of
whatever the heck you call it.
41 from the Russians,
PPH, PPSH,
whatever.
41. Spagin. You can call it a Spagin. Okay.
Then accessories, all the stuff.
Who cares about accessories? Who cares about accessories?
Oh, we have a HS50 up there.
Yeah, a 50 BMG sniper. Single
Man, I
shot.
had to carry this thing at the training. I hated it. It's so damn heavy. But it's cool. It's
50.
It's a unique gun.
So, can we go somewhere else? Is there something we forgot about?
Should we still bring the PSG-1?
PSG-1?
Yeah,
Because the guys mentioned that they have a PSG-1. Maybe it's over there, right?
it's on the table, yeah, right.
I think that's. Man, I always laugh on
PSG-1. Guys, PSG-1, come on.
Let's end the live stream here. Let's still talk about this gun a bit and then.
The PSG-1 is basically the most famous semi-automatic sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Even till today, it's very accurate compared to modern ones.
Yeah.
It's very heavy and extremely rare. You cannot really get it
Can I try
anywhere
again?
in the market. Yeah, sure.
I'm curious.
So what was it developed for?
It was developed after
It is
this attack on the Olympia Stadium in Munich in the 80s, and then they figured out that the police didn't have a sniper rifle which was semi-automatic and which was accurate, and then HK came up with this gun and they really did a good job on it.
Nice.
It's also, I heard it's complicated on the inside, isn't it?
The trigger, it's something of its own. Yeah, it's not just an HK G3, which was the base of it. They
It does look
just
like
took the design and then they reworked it in any aspect. So.
I like how you can see the welds here, like on the side. It's just welded, like by hand.
Yeah,
It's
it's welded on it to make it more stiffer. So the receiver
But
does
here
not
you can
flex
really
it.
see it, like on this side, like the welding points.
It's
So
funny
it's-
to see because on the airsoft they replicate those welding marks and it's just part of the plastic receiver. It's kinda
Yeah.
nice to see that actually
So
makes
it's
sense.
it's handmade, right?
Part
To
of
some
it.
degree.
At some point, yeah.
I think also at the quantities that they made those, it was probably handmade. Like it's not machine
They
design.
weren't produced in big quantities
Yeah,
because the
so-
gun was very, very expensive,
Uh,
and not many police units were able to afford this gun.
Okay, good. Then this was what I think is the biggest gun collection. I think it's the biggest one I've seen. Pretty sure. Joseph, what about you?
Certainly the biggest one. I've seen a lot of guns in one room, but this, I mean,
But it's also the uniqueness.
how
of the guns,
modern it is. Like you have the night visions, you have this. It's not just like hunting stuff or just accessories.
And it's also not
like
just
everything.
a museum. It's also not just a museum because it's also modern stuff. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Like everything here shoots except the lights.
No, they even shoot.
They can shoot.
They even shoot the lights. Shoot.
They actually chamber.
Chambered with bulbs.
Okay, anyways, if you guys want to check out more about real firearms and all of those unique pieces, the backstories and all the details behind it, go check out the Austria Arms YouTube channel, also Facebook, Instagram. Go check it out. They talk in details about all of those cool, impressive things in here. And yeah, thanks for tuning in to the live stream. We're gonna release a couple of videos on the YouTube channel where we also go into details about these, but you're gonna see that once it's out. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the next live stream.